Hey, what's up guys, TheCampingRusher here. Lots of news today, info about a Fortnite movie, the next season, our next update, some more leaks about the Star Wars update specifically, good and bad news depending what you were hoping for. And of course, we just had a recent content update, the new lock-on pistol, the auto-aim, the aimbot pistol is now live. I played a little bit of Team Rumble, because I think that's where you can show how powerful it is. I think it's a weird weapon, right? It felt very overpowered in Team Rumble because maybe less skill in that game mode, a more casual game mode. It's not too strong of a weapon when you're up against someone who can play, right? You're not going to have that much time to just lock onto a guy, let all four things charge up, and do, 85 damage? Someone with good aim on a red eye is going to do a lot more damage than that in a shorter amount of time. So what are your thoughts initially? We talked about a bunch of survey outfits that have that are being worked on. There's a ton of them. Here's all of them in one spot. Here are all the survey outfits currently in the works as of 24.2. Expect some of these this season, some as crew skins, one or two possibly as battle pass outfits next season, and then some summer outfits too, of course, next season. So there's a lot going on. We talked about Donald Mustard. He had a big interview recently. He talked about the 7 storyline not being complete and some other things. Something he didn't mention though, or we hadn't mentioned yet, is that there are currently no plans to develop a Fortnite movie, okay? But it's not out of the question. A Fortnite show, a Fortnite movie. It's not going on yet, but it could happen, okay? And this has been speculated for a long time, especially with the additions of popular actors to the storyline, such as The Rock becoming the Foundation. We thought they were setting up for some type of in-the-theater cinematic release, but at this point, that's not the case. Also, Unreal Editor Creative 2.0 might release on console very soon. They've tested it, it works well, and they're working on it. Just today, Epic Games has announced that they've acquired the game studio Aquarius, which will now be renamed Epic Games Brazil. The studio is known for games like Wonderbox, Horizon Chase, and Looney Tunes World of Mayhem. It'll contribute to the future of Fortnite. So a little acquisition, so some corporate news today. And Doctor Who times Fortnite challenge tab. It's in HD. We learned so much more from my last video. This isn't supposed to come out until like November. None of this was from the files, by the way. This was completely based off an inside source. It's about 4 or 5 months away. It's kind of weird knowing this much info, but I'm going to tell you everything, right? That's the point of the channel here. So it's all summed up in one spot thanks to China. So item shop cosmetics. 14th and 15th Doctor are apparently going to be the skins. 2 pickaxes, 1 glider, 1 emote. Release date around November or earlier. I believe that's the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who as well. There's the event pass, which I just showed you. It's going to include free cosmetics, and the cosmetics will be available in the shop later, as we've seen in the past with these event passes. Map changes. There will be unit outposts and a Meep Star Cruiser. Weapons, the Wrath, the Rorth Warrior, and then unit advanced rifle player. There'll be some type of player tracking mechanic. Creative map. It'll include voice acting, free Beep the Meep spray for playing it, so another free reward attached to it. And then there's already a wave 2 of the collaboration. It's already being talked about. It could be the drums bundle, which gets added to the game if the first collab performs well. It'll be a real money bundle, including both skins and V-Bucks. So kind of also cool, if this is all correct. It seems like there's so much info, this would be a hard one to fake, but I guess, take it with a grain of salt. But it is cool to see how they, think about this stuff. They plan this massive collab, and if it does well enough, then they release part 2, even if that part 2 is only a real life bundle. But yeah, they kind of determine if it's worth it or not, but before going ahead with it. And then even today we got another update on this. This is supposedly the 15th Doctor skin. Of course, it's a work in progress, so it's not a full image, no head there, but it gives you an idea of the textures of the torso and the bottom half. So as Doctor Who fans, are you excited knowing all this, right? It's still a while away, I know, but I don't know much about Doctor Who, so I'm all for these collabs. It just makes Fortnite more fun, to be honest, but I know it's even more fun when you are a fan of the the actual thing we're collabing with, such as Star Wars. And we know about this massive Star Wars collab. We assume May the 4th, as that is Star Wars Day. And our update should be next week. There's 2 skins coming out. Obi-Wan's coming back. There's a bunch of different Force abilities. That's all we know, so I assume there's going to be more. And we had an update to it, though. As part of the upcoming Star Wars collab, there will be a plot twist low-power rapid rifle. G-Matrix assumes it'll be a mix between the E11 blaster and a pulse rifle, which I'm all for this. So let's, first talk about the blaster. Maybe a DC-15A blaster rifle, and I'm showing you a photo there of what he's talking about, a clone trooper blaster rifle. I would like this because the E11 is just, it's not worth picking up, let's be honest. It's cool, it's in the game, it's fun to have it, but it's nice when you can actually use these weapons as a viable piece of your loadout, right? However, here's, again, the good or bad news, depending what you're a fan of. Plot Twist is one of the code names for one of the 2 skins that we don't know about, right? 2 skins are coming. One of them is codenamed Plot Twist. We thought this was either Anakin Skywalker, because kind of the biggest plot twist in the show, right? Or in the movies, in the franchise, or maybe a Darth Sidious. But with this news, you would think because it's codenamed, the rifle's codenamed after Plot Twist, that the skin would also have to use a rifle and not a lightsaber. So, Clone Troopers. It might be Clone Trooper time, right? People are guessing maybe Rex, any of the Bad Batch clones as well. There's a lot of guesses happening. I'm just throwing it out there. Take your guesses down below. Regardless, there still is one other skin, one other piece to this collab that we don't know about, lightsaber or rifle. So there's still, I mean, a lot of surprises. And this one's close, right? Could be as soon as next week that we know the answer to this. We talked about this in the previous video, but reminder if you missed it, Chapter 4, Season 3 Battle Pass, the code names have been leaked for 6 of them. Cinder Max, Crisp Rover, Loud Phoenix, Ripped Harvester, Silent Tempo, and Zircon Sweep. The only thing we see that's related there is maybe some type of fire, hot theme. And then according to Wenzuing, some files for palm trees and cacti were added with the last update, and I'm showing it off there. Based on that, the Season 3 Battle Pass code names, we're starting to reach in a little bit, right? Everyone's starting to think, what could the theme of next season be? Fire, tropical, desert. That's the current theory. That's the current guess. And of course, we don't know much. We know it's going to have some summer theme in there as well. Ice skates apparently are being worked on. So just trying to piece as much of it together as we possibly can. And some massive news to end off the video about Fortnite Mobile. Some of it's still up in the air, but some of it's confirmed. So Ducky the Gamer said this: Apple will finally allow users to sideload apps onto their devices with iOS 17. This is due to recent EU laws and regulations changing. In theory, this would allow companies like Epic Games to have their own app store on iOS, which would mean the return of Fortnite to Apple devices. Now, the thing is here, first, when is iOS 17 supposed to come? It's rumored to be September of this year, so only 5 months from now. And then also, because it's only EU regulations at this time, it's unclear that this update, how will it roll out? Will it be worldwide? Will it just be region locked? Knowing Apple, I gotta be honest, I would think it's going to be region locked. The main reason, to sum up, why Fortnite isn't on mobile is because Apple iOS takes 30% of all purchases, any app that's on their app store, right? That's the big reason. And Epic and a lot of other companies think it's too much. So this new side loading feature would be a way to get around this, right? Legally, and Apple wouldn't be able to remove it. So we'll see. I'll keep you updated. Pretty interesting. As players, we just want mobile back, right? But there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Thanks for watching. Touch that like button. Take care. Talk soon. Goodbye.